Good morning, children. Good morning, children. This is the first class which you are in with me. In last class, class 2, you have learned about computer. You have learned about the parts of the computer, monitor, CPU, keyboard. Yes, and you have enjoyed the class over there. Now, this year, I am your computer teacher. I'm Sandeep sir. And as you are seeing that I'm wearing the mask, as all of you know, the coronavirus is spread all over the world, which is dangerous for each and everyone. So when you are out of the house, remember, wear your mask. Since I'm at home and taking your class, I don't think I need this mask now. But definitely, when I'm out of the house, it is my precaution and it is my duty to wear the mask. So now, with your permission, I'm taking out my mask. Good morning again, class. I have given you the study material, the computer, this study material which I have given you last class, and the chapter which we have, the first chapter is the computer system. So what's a computer system? As you know, computer works in three processes. One is input, the processing and output. What is input? When you put something inside a substance, suppose you have a container or your pencil box, what you do, you keep your pencil eraser inside that box. So you put inside there, putting in this input. Now processing, what we do, the CPU. So when we enter anything, suppose I'm writing the name Suraj, and I need to type over here on the keyboard Suraj, S-U-R-A-G. Now that signal will go to the CPU, where the processing will take place, and from there it comes to the output on the monitor, where you can see the Suraj is written there. Now computer works in three processes. Just now I told you all: input, processing, output. In a daily activity, suppose you are cooking Maggie. So what you do? You take the Maggie, pouch Maggie packet, you tear it off, you take the Maggie, put it in a vessel, it takes 2 minutes, and you put a cup of water inside it in a vessel, you lit the oven, you wait for 2 minutes to process it. After processing, what you get is the food to eat. Now it's ready to eat. So computer works just like that: input, processing, output, input, processing, output. So what does it does? You put in input, it process, and then what happens? The final result is the output. One more example to you. You must have seen in the flour mill that when this mill, the machine over there, it works in three process: input, process, output. Input, when what we put wheat. We put wheat inside it. There is two huge big stones over there. It processes, grind the wheat, and what comes out? The final product is the output. That's the flour. So from wheat we get flour. But in this course, there's a work over here. The process takes place with grinding the raw wheat. So computer works in this cycle is the IPO cycle. It is known as IPO cycle. IPO cycle. Input, processing, output cycle. Input, processing, output cycle. Yes. So as per the text, the material which I have given you in the book, a computer system is one that has the ability to take input, the first thing, process them, and produce output. So this is the computer system. This is the way the computer works. Now when you're making the Maggie, what you do? You take a vessel, you need water, you need Maggie. Similarly, to do this process, the computer needs two types of things. It consists of two main components, the hardware and the software. The hardware and the software. Now, what is hardware? As the name suggests, hardware. It's hard. This board is hard. This is a hardware. Software is soft, which we can't see. Now, come to the book. It's written over there. All the parts of a computer that we can see, and touch are called hardware. So what is hardware? All those components of the computer which we can see and we can touch. It's the hardware. In this process, what are the parts you can see? The parts which is visible, like the mouse, the keyboard. This is the hardware. Example, the input and output processing and storage system. So in this input is the hardware system over here. The mouse is the input hardware system. The hardware is over here. The different components, the parts are over there. The monitor consists of different parts. The hardwares are over there. Now let us come to the topic input device. What are the device, or which are the device you need to talk with a computer? Which are the device you will use to make computer understand? Since it is a machine, it cannot talk like you and me, but definitely we can interact with computer. How? Which are the device are used? See, in the book it's given the keyboard, the mouse, the scanner, and the joystick. Keyboard, mouse, scanner, and joystick. Keyboard, the word it suggests, keyboard. Input device, the first one is keyboard. Keyboard, keys, there are many keys are there. Alphabet keys, numbers keys, this one symbol keys. So we call it alphanumeric keys are there. We have number pads over here for numbers and other symbol keys. Different types of keys are there. So the word in that board, all those keys together are known as keyboard. Coming to the mouse, yes, it looks like a mouse, but it's not a living thing. It's a non-living thing. It's a machine. Why it's called a mouse? Because it looks like a mouse and it has a tail which is attached with the CPU. Coming to the scanner. Scanner is like a Xerox machine. If you take a paper, a sheet, or a book, when you go for the photocopy of that chapter or that page, you give that book or the page to the person concerned over there. What he does, he take the book, he open the flap, he put the book and put the flap down. Your paper gets Xerox. What happens? The copy of that page comes in another page. The copy of that page of that book comes into another page. So what you have done, you have scanned that page. You have copied that page. So the scanner is that machine which photocopy the text which you want. Last, that's the joystick. This is the stick which is used for most playing games. You can see the picture over here. You can see the picture over here. It's a joystick which is used to play games. Normally it's like a gear. You can put it up, down, left or right, whichever you want. But this is a device, is like a pointing device in a game where you can use to move any object on the screen. So this is what today class we have learned, that computer system works in three process: input, processing, output, which is known as the IPO cycle, which computers always follow. Unless you give anything, unless you type anything, you sit like that in front of the computer will not give you any result. You have to type 100. That's meant 100. That you can see on the screen when you type. So unless until you fill in you won't get the output. So IPO cycle, coming to the parts, there are two main components, the hardware and the software. Today I just had a talk about hardware and software. Hardware is the device which we can see and touch. Hardware is the device which we can see and touch, and some of the hardware device which is commonly used are keyboard, mouse, scanner, and joystick. These are the input device also. Why it is called input device? Because through this we feed in data into the computer. Through this device we feed in computer into the device. So class, today just read this chapter till here about the joystick, and next class I'm going to give you some assignment to do, and just I hope you will enjoy this assignment. Thank you class. Keep safe and always put your marks on your face. Thank you.